European Network on Independent Living 2025 General Assembly. Dear colleagues and friends, thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today in my capacity as UN Special Rapporteur on the rights of persons with disabilities. My mandate focuses on promoting and protecting the rights of persons with disabilities, guiding implementation of the CRPD, and advancing international cooperation to eliminate discrimination and barriers to full inclusion. A key part of my work is monitoring the human rights situation of persons with disabilities through country visits, engagement with civil society, and collaboration with UN bodies. Based on these, provide reports with concrete findings and recommendations. Another pillar of my work is advocacy. My mandate empowers me to raise awareness about issues impacting persons with disabilities and to bring their voices to international and national platforms where they can effect change. This advocacy is not limited to UN forums. I actively engage with regional bodies, civil society organizations, academic institutions, and private sector to promote the inclusion of persons with disabilities in all aspects of life. Organizations of persons with disabilities are crucial partners in the work of this mandate. They are not only advocates, but also the representatives of their communities, with lived experience and local knowledge that bring depth to my efforts. This is why supporting OPDs is an essential part of my role, and I am committed to advancing their voices and visibility to the global stage. I strive to amplify their advocacy efforts by echoing their calls for justice, inclusion, and recognition. When OPDs highlight particular issues or propose solutions, I work to integrate their perspectives into my reports, speeches, and consultations with governments and UN bodies. In this way, we can reinforce the priorities of the disability community and ensure that the most urgent needs are not overlooked. I invite all of you to engage with my mandate by contributing to thematic reports, sharing information on rights, violence, proposing country visits, or meeting with me to discuss pressing issues in your context. Dear friends, allow me to briefly share some updates from my work. In 2024, I prioritized the inclusion of persons with disabilities in the 2030 Agenda of Sustainable Development. My first report to the UN General Assembly addressed the barrier that persons with disability face in participating in following up and reviewing processes of the agenda. I also advocated strongly for their rights to be reflected in the Summit for the Future and its outcome documents. This year, I continue to put this topic at the top of my priorities and advocate for the inclusion of a disability right perspective in the outcome document of the World Social Summit, which will take place in Qatar in November in 2025. I also decided to focus on gender and disability. I have presented a report to the UN Human Rights Council, which contained a critical analysis on how the Beijing Declaration and platform have addressed the needs and the rights of women and girls with disabilities, and how it could do better for them. And I am currently working on a report to present to the General Assembly in November, which will focus on care and support for children within the family environment, including its gender dimensions. I hope to shed light on the fundamental role that families, and especially mothers, play in protecting and promoting the rights of children with disabilities and building capacities for independent living in their communities, and the challenges they continue to face: access, adequate support, and services. I want to finish this by reiterating my eagerness to work together as much as possible to advocate for the promotion and protection of the rights of persons with disabilities, and especially our right to independent living. Thank you, and I wish you all a productive and successful assembly.